Hey you guys, this is Jeremy in the DAW. Welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Camtasia 2018 and giving you my initial impressions and a little bit of a review. With that said, let's just jump straight into it and take a look. All right, you guys. So this is the newest version of Camtasia, Camtasia 2018. Now, Camtasia themselves have said a lot of things that have been upgraded. And if you really want to know everything that they've done, I highly recommend checking out their channel or their website because they'll tell you all of the cool new features that they've added. So what I want to do is I want to talk about my favorite features that I actually find are the most important for my workflow and even something that they haven't even talked about that I've noticed they've done. First of all, now you can run your sessions natively at 60 frames a second. That's really cool. That's a huge step up versus the original 30 frames. For my use, it's not really doing much, but this also means that Camtasia is listening to us. So hopefully soon they're going to add a native 24 frames and a 29.97. And the reason why I'm saying that is because before Camtasia wasn't able to play back 4K footage, so I wasn't ever able to do any really hardcore video editing inside of Camtasia. Even though all of our videos are exported at 1080, our footage is 4K. And the reason for this is because let's say there's an edit or maybe I have one of my cats running through here. I can easily just crop it out, zoom in, and I won't lose any quality. But the last version of Camtasia was not able to really play back the 4K footage inside of the session. It was always really laggy, really clunky. And I don't know what TechSmith has done, but the 4K footage is now really, really smooth. Let me show you what I mean. All right, you guys, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and remember that this is really focused for beginners. Yeah, that's really smooth, especially since that is native 4K. I think this 1 minute video file is like 1.5 gigs. So the fact that it's playing that back really smoothly is really, really cool. Another thing is that because I'm able to edit all of my footage here, instead of having to throw it into Vegas or Premiere, I now do all of my color adjustments inside of Camtasia. So this is it without color correction. This is it with color correction. That's a huge difference, right? And because of that, I'm now able to focus on the editing and just the quality of the content. Now, with that said, there are a couple of other things that I really like that aren't so much really crazy changes that are improving the overall workflow, but just little things that I kind of like. And one of those is the new folders. The library section now has folders, and on top of this, you also are able to put subfolders in them. So now you can really organize everything you have in your library exactly the way you want. Camtasia has also added a couple of new intros and lower thirds. And one thing you'll notice is that our intro is actually using one of their stock intros. Yep, that's the stock intro, right? And then if I play back our intro, that's the stock intro, just modified. And what I've actually done is I've put it inside of this little session that I made a little while ago, where I use the stock intro, I modify it slightly, and then I actually combined it with the sound effects, and I did a little bit of automation to the logo, and then you'll see like a little shine right there. Before Camtasia 2018, stuff like that was done inside of Premiere or After Effects, just because it was a lot easier to do. But this was done 100% inside of Camtasia, and it took me about 10 minutes just to figure out. Even this little shine effect right here, if I show you, this little shine effect that you see on the logo, you can see that it's actually just a cropped little color. So that with the logo makes a little shine effect. Really cool. I used to have to do that in Vegas, Premiere, or After Effects. So with that said, overall, my impressions of Camtasia's newest update is it's well worth the price. Even though it doesn't sound like there's a crazy amount of new stuff, the ability to natively run 4K footage without having to render it out anywhere else is a huge upgrade. The new intros, outros, and lower thirds are really nice. The ability to have folders is a great way to organize your sessions. And not to mention that the rendering time has gone down by almost half. So this is a really short video. I think this is only about 7 minutes long. And this renders out in about 3 minutes, while my longer, like 24-minute videos render out in about 13 minutes, which is still really fast. Before, it would take about 20 to 25 minutes, almost the length of the video, or maybe even a little bit longer. And this is really cool because now I can render one video out and then get ready to edit another one in the same sitting instead of having to just take a whole day or two to do that. So with that said, that's my overall impressions of the newest version of Camtasia. If you are thinking about upgrading, I highly recommend doing it. It's a pretty big upgrade. They actually have done quite a bit to upgrade the overall software. It runs faster, it runs more efficiently, it handles 4K footage now, it's a lot more organized, and then it renders out much faster. The only things I really hope they add later on are 24 frames per second and 29.97 frames per second, just because lately I've actually been doing all my video editing inside of it natively, so I'm not using a different video editing software. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed. This is my overall impressions of the newest version of Camtasia 2018. And stay tuned because we're going to start doing a lot more videos showing you guys how to use stuff like Camtasia and other video editing software. So with that said, I'll see you guys in a few seconds. All right, you guys. So that is my initial impressions and my review of Camtasia 2018. In my opinion, this is actually a really powerful update. I really like a lot of the new features, and we've actually been using this for a couple of weeks now, as you can probably see. Our new intro, our new thumbnails, that's all being done inside of Camtasia, and all of our video effects are all being done inside of Camtasia. I do own a lot of other video editing software, but because I've been doing mostly screen capture stuff for the past year or so, I've just kind of gotten used to using something like Camtasia to do that in. I might do a little bit of color grading outside using a different program, but because of how well Camtasia handles 4K footage nowadays, this is actually becoming something I can do full-time inside of Camtasia. With that said, this is Jeremy with In the DAW, and I'll see you guys next time.